Namandab, 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 Namandab. Kansho.
Good morning and happy holidays. Today is December 18th, 2022, and we welcome you to New York Buddhist Church's live streaming service, broadcast on Facebook and YouTube. We'll start with quiet sitting. Please sit up straight, gently calm your mind, and follow your breath. Today's sutra chant is JÜ-SEI-GE, Reaffirming the Vows, taught in Nembutsu and Ekoku Transference, on page 54. Following the chant of Vandana and Tisarana on page 7. Today's reading, in which will be read together, is Jodo Shinju Pledge 2 in English on page 6 and in Japanese on page 5. Reverend Cheryl Joko Ikemiya will then share today's Dharma message. We will end service by singing Gatha's Ondokusan 2 on page 134 and Nembutsu on page 135. Namu, Amida Butsu.
please rise for Vandana and Tisarana. Namu tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa.
Homage to him, the exalted one, the enlightened one, the supremely awakened one.
Buddham saranam gacchami.
Buddham saranam gacchami.
Dhammam saranam gacchami.
Dhammam saranam gacchami.
Sangham saranam gacchami.
Sangham saranam gacchami.
I go to the Buddha for guidance.
I go to the Buddha for guidance.
I go to the Dharma for guidance.
I go to the Dharma for guidance.
I go to the Sangha for guidance.
I go to the Sangha for guidance.
Namo Kie Butsu.
Namo Kie Butsu.
Namo Kie Ho.
Namo Kie Ho.
Namo Kie So.
Namo Kie So.
Namo Amida Butsu.
Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu.
Please be seated. Everyone, please turn to page 6 in their red service book, and we will recite the Jodo Shinshu pledge together in English, and Reverend Cheryl will read it in Japanese. Jodo Shinshu pledge 2. Entrusting in the vow of the Buddha and reciting the sacred name, I shall proceed through the journey of life with strength and joy, revering the light of the Buddha and reflecting upon my imperfect self. I shall strive to live a life of gratitude, following the teachings of the Buddha and discerning the right path. I shall spread the true Dharma, rejoicing in the compassion of the Buddha, respecting and aiding one another. I shall do best to work towards the welfare of society. Namo Amida Butsu.
The Jodo Shinshu pledge in Japanese is on page 5. Let us read it together. Jodo Shinshu no seikatsu shinjo, hitotsu, mihotoke no chikai o shinji, totoi mina o tonae tsutsu, tsuyoku akaruku ikinukimasu. Hitotsu, mihotoke no hikari o aogi, tsune ni wagami o kairimite, kansha no uchi ni hagemimasu. Hitotsu, mihotoke no oshie ni shitagai, tadashii michi o kikiwakete, makoto no midori o hiromemasu. Hitotsu, mihotoke no megumi o yorokubi, tagai ni yamai, tasukeai, shakai no tame ni tsukushimasu. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu. Let's place our hands together in Gassho. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu. So good morning, everyone. It's been a while since I've been here. I've been sick for almost since Thanksgiving. And so I'm feeling much better, and I'm so happy to be with my Sangha friends here in the Hondo and with those of you who are online. And I realize that there are a lot of people who do come in online, so greetings to you all. When I'm here, I feel like I'm connected to your energy and your good wishes, and so thank you for all of that. I feel so grateful for being well now, or almost well. So when we're in different situations, like dealing with illness, or if we're at the workplace and we're being acknowledged or we're not being acknowledged for our hard work, or we're experiencing joy or sorrow with our families. Like when I get a lot of joy when I'm playing with my grandson. I remember the death of my mother at the end of November, and so that brought feelings of sorrow for me. But on all the experiences are coupled with happiness and suffering. When we come to the New York Buddhist Church, what is it that we're looking for? What is it that you're seeking when you come here or when you're joining us online? Answers to the meaning of life. How do I find happiness and meaning in my life? Are we not all seeking for a way to happiness? Yet when we achieve a bit of happiness, this is often tempered by some suffering. Maybe it's because we're afraid that that happiness is going to go away or that it isn't enough for us. So recently I read an article by Thich Nhat Hanh, who was an esteemed Vietnamese Zen teacher who passed away this year. And this was an article on 5 practices for nurturing happiness. He said that the art of happiness is also the art of suffering. As we learned, these opposites do not exist without each other. And they exist, both exist, within Amida's boundless compassion and wisdom. As Shakyamuni Buddha taught us, we all suffer, but we need to understand that cause of suffering. And when we begin to understand the cause of suffering, we're able to develop compassion, strength, wisdom, and this leads us to experience happiness and joy. We begin to understand the cause of suffering when we see our suffering with clear vision. And this is the state of seeing things as they truly are, and not with tinted or muddied glasses. This is the first step of the Eightfold Path, or the right view, seeing things as they truly are. We begin to fully understand that our suffering is fueled by the three poisons of greed, anger, and ignorance. Greed is our clinging to the past, or the person that is no longer with us, or wanting something that is out of our reach and we cannot get it. The second poison of anger is born from injury from others, indignation about others' behavior, maltreatment of ourselves or others. And the third poison is ignorance or stupidity, which is born from a lack of understanding the situation, not seeing the other person's point of view, or lacking the full scope of the situation, and so on and so forth. When we fully see the true picture, then this generates wisdom, a wisdom that will grow compassion, understanding, sympathy, interconnection, and finally, it brings us to a state of happiness and joy. We experience calm, balance, equilibrium, where we are not shaken by what we encounter, which might have previously upset us. Thich Nhat Hanh spoke of the practice of letting go. We can let go of our preconceptions, our anger, our doubts, our clinging to words and ideas that fill our heads, our concerns about things past and future. At that point, we can then invite positivity by noticing this very present moment, noticing what is around us, by nurturing that which we have within our own reach. We do this through mindfulness or being fully present in each moment without the clouds of greed, doubt, anger, and harmful thoughts. When we let go of these cobwebs in our minds and hearts, we invite positivity, openness, and clear vision. So one of the ways of achieving mindfulness is through meditation or quiet sitting. And that's what we did at the beginning of our service today. We focused on our breathing. So right now I invite you to do what we normally do at the start of our Wednesday evening meditation, which is to focus on our breathing. When we breathe in through our nose, following that breath into our bodies, kind of visualize that breath coming in, and breathing out through our mouths, which is slightly open, following that breath again, going out of our bodies. So breathing in, following the breath coming into our body, visualizing it almost like a stream coming in, and then following the breath going out of our body again. At that point, extraneous thoughts, random external noises, they make us lose our focus. But what we advise is, okay, observe that, and then let it go. So I invite you to do this for a few minutes, or a minute or so with me. So as we breathe in, let's register or say to ourselves the Nembutsu. Breathing in, Namu Amida Butsu. Breathing out, Namu Amida Butsu. So let's do that for just about a minute or so. If you want to place your hands in Gassho, it might help you. So breathing in, Namu Amida Butsu. Breathing out, Namu Amida Butsu. And as you're doing this, your breath becomes slower, more paced, and it calms your body. Namu Amida Butsu. So, did you observe your thoughts straying? Sometimes your thoughts stray all over the place, or you're distracted by noise or movement around you. But as we said before, just observe it and then let it go. And then return to being fully present in this moment. So when I read Thich Nhat Hanh's recommendations for his practices of starting to let go and mindfulness, I felt like it fit perfectly in with our practice, the Jodo Shinshu practice of Nembutsu, saying the name Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu. So here's a quote from Shinran Shonin's, or several quotes from Shinran Shonin's writings in his major work of the Kyogyo Shinsho on Nembutsu. The great practice is to say the name of the Tathagata, of unhindered light. This practice, embodying all good acts and possessing all roots of virtue, is perfect and most rapid in bringing about the birth. It is the treasure ocean of virtues that is suchness, or true reality. For this reason, it is called great practice. This practice arises from the vow of compassion, which is known as the vow that all Buddhas extol the name, the vow that all Buddhas say the name, and the vow that all Buddhas praise the name. So when we recite the Nembutsu, this leads us to letting go of the thoughts and distractions that impede us from living in the present, enjoying and being fully engaged in each moment. It is the practice in which we can engage our daily lives. Another quote on the Nembutsu by Genshin, who was one of the seven masters. For all people, men and women of high and low station, saying the name of Amida is such that whether one is walking, standing, sitting, or reclining is of no concern, and time, place, and condition are not restricted. Another quote from the Hymns of the Dharma Ages. Those who deeply entrust themselves to Amida's vow of great compassion should all say Namu Amida Butsu constantly, whether they're walking or sleeping. So when we're in the state of letting go and opening ourselves to insight and understanding, we're experiencing the call of Amida's great compassion. What happens when we say the Nembutsu? With these sacred words, this is another quote from the passages on Pure Land Way. With these sacred words, we know clearly that this third mind arises as the call by which the great compassion of Tathagata summons all beings. The aspiration for birth that is great compassion. This is true directing of virtue. So let me share with you the experiences of our friends who join the Saturday classes, and I hope those who join the Saturday classes don't mind me relating this. So these friends relate the joy of being able to let go of what is weighing down their lives, either with illness or the responsibility of caregiving for family members. They are being present in each lived moment. While strolling in their neighborhood, taking the family pet for a walk, experiencing medical procedures with less fear and thus less stress. When living a life of Nembutsu, we can live fully in each moment, planting the seeds of positivity that we will naturally share with others, with our friends, our family members. We will share this positivity and joy with strangers we see on the street, with the dogs that are on the street with their dog walkers, the birds and the wild creatures around us. We experiencing that joy and positivity with the trees, plants, flowers, all forms of vegetative life. We begin to feel our interconnection with all sentient beings and life, and begin to share our energy, our positivity, our strength and joy that is generated from the freedom that we're experiencing from Nembutsu. Another quote from Shinran. It is taught concerning Namu Amida Butsu that its virtue is like the vast waters of the ocean. Having myself received that pure good, I direct it equally to all sentient beings. So those who are new to Jodo Shinshu, at first it might seem that saying Namu Amida Butsu is awkward or strange. At first when I came here, that's the way I felt. I said, what is this all about? Why am I saying this? But as we say the name of Amida, while discarding our doubts, it leads us to the state of letting go, of openness, of freedom. And finally, we feel a sense of gratitude. Gratitude for what it means to be embraced by the infinite wisdom and compassion of Amida Buddha. And we, being one with Amida, begin to direct this to others. We begin to experience the Pure Land right here, right now. Nembutsu then becomes as natural for us as breathing. Finally, this is a reading from Reverend Seki's book on the Great Natural Way. And for those who don't know, Reverend Hosen Seki was the founder of the New York Buddhist Church. Nembutsu is not something sacred in the sense of something removed and apart from us. We must have the same feeling for Nembutsu that we have for Amida himself, not the dualism of apart from myself or separate from myself. Thus, we can recite the Nembutsu at all times, even when our minds are not wholesome, even when our actions are not right. There's no dualism in Nembutsu. It is like our breath, which is inseparable from our bad as well as our good deeds. So, let's Let's place our hands together in Gassho. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Reverend Cheryl. So we will now have our two gathas, Ondokusan 2 on page 134 and Namu Amida Butsu on page 135. Please rise if you're able. Nembutsu, page 135. Please be seated. So thank you all for being here today. At this point in our service, we would like to invite anyone who is new to the temple to stand up and introduce yourself so that we might have the opportunity to welcome you. Anyone here for the first time? Two gentlemen. So please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Ryan Swihart. I'm here for the first time. I'm a student at Union Theological Seminary, and happy to be here. Thank you so
very much for attending
your welcoming
service today.
environment.
And this gentleman.
Hello, everyone. My name is Austin Toby. I'm here just because I'm interested in Buddhism, and I thought this would be a great place to learn more. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you both attending today. Thank you. If you'd like to learn more about our denomination of Buddhism, please go to our website. It's newyorkbuddhistchurch.org. Or you may also go to the Buddhist Churches of America website, and you'll find quite a bit of information there. Thank you. So, do we have any announcements? Carl.
New York Buddhist Church is proud to announce that Sensei Junko Yamakawa will be continuing her beautiful Ikebana flower arrangement class in January 2023. The dates are January 14th, 21st, 28th, which are all on a Saturday. Morning classes at 11 a.m. and afternoon at 1 p.m. For more information, please email Junko Yamakawa at ymkwjun@gmail.com. Once again, ymkwjun@gmail.com.
Thank you, Carl. So I'd like to, the next service, this will be our last service prior to our New Year's services of JØ-SEI and JØ no Kane, or Shusho-e, New Year's Day. So if you would like to join us in welcoming in the Year of the Rabbit 2023, you may participate in the ringing of the large gong here. We ring it 108 times on New Year's Eve. That service will be at 7 p.m. We express our gratitude for the past year and reflect upon our interdependency and everything that made it possible for us to live through the year. We ring the bell 108 times to symbolize the 108 blind passions that afflict human beings and bind us to this world of samsara, the world of delusion. So the echo of the bell reminds us to free ourselves from self-centeredness, much as the sound of the bell spreads outward to be heard by all. So if you would like, we appreciate your donation to show your support for the temple. If you wish, you may send us $25 for each symbolic ringing for yourself, a loved one, family member, or someone you wish to honor, or the many lost to COVID-19 or wars overseas. So we accept your donations, your end of year, and your New Year's donations, and our PayPal, and you can find a link on our website. That's newyorkbuddhistchurch.org. So the New Year's service will be on New Year's Eve, December 31st at 7 p.m. And the following day, New Year's Day, we will have our New Year's service at 11:30. Please, everyone, note, due to the continuing health challenges, we will not be serving any refreshments at either service. So, and if you cannot attend, you can watch it live streamed on our website or on Facebook page, which is facebook.com/NYBuddhistChurch, or on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/@NewYorkBuddhistChurch. So that will start off our new year. And then on January 15th will be another important service. We will have our Ho'onko service with a special, very special guest speaker, Reverend Marvin Harada, who is the bishop of the Buddhist Churches of America, will be joining us here in New York to give the Dharma message for a Ho'onko service. So, and of course, we will have our usual services continuing. As of the present time, our course offerings are still online, and you can find more information about that on our webpage under the community page. And if you don't have a link, you will find a link on that page, or you can email us. So this brings us to the close of our service. So I'd like to thank today our greeter, who's Ruth Funai. Thank you, Ruth. The piano was played by John Skelly, and our wonderful tech team of Carl Palma and David Brady, who take care of our live streaming and our audiovisual to bring the Dharma to you. So we're very, very grateful you could join us today, both in person and virtually. It's your presence here today and our chanting together that makes the service meaningful for all of us. I'd also like to thank Reverend Cheryl Joko Ikemiya for a wonderful message today, reminding us of the importance of Nembutsu in our lives. And as Carl said, Junko Yamakawa Sensei is giving Ikebana classes. They will continue through the new year, and she's also responsible for the beautiful arrangements that we have been enjoying on our Naijin. So Yamakawa Sensei, thank you very, very much. They're quite lovely and really enhance our appreciation of the beauty of our visit to the temple. Thank you so much. So once again, thank all of you, and I look forward to seeing all of you in the new year. Until then, please take good care. Everyone here is masked. Please continue to mask up. It is a very difficult time of year, challenging, I should say, time of year. But we express our kind hearts towards others by continuing to mask up so that both we ourselves and others remain safe. So thank you all, and we'll see you in the new year. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Butsu. Namo Butsu.